The Godfather 1 through 3 just recently announced for 4K? Could we be finally getting the long-awaited Heat 4K transfer in 2022? And yeah, Spiderman No Way Home just made $500 million at the box office, but how long will you have to wait to own it in your physical media collection? All this and more in the next Physical Media Report. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Physical Media Report, episode 87, your weekly dose of physical media goodness, where I run down all of the latest and greatest announcements in the world of physical media, the rumors, what is new this week, the deals, the new announcements. We're going to cover it all here in today's Physical Media Report, episode 87. But before I do that, guys, I want to ask that if you are not yet a subscriber of the Mid-Level Media channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button for more great content. I do all kinds of stuff on this channel, mostly centered around the world of physical media. The Physical Media Report every single Monday like this. I do Bluray out and about videos. I do reviews. I do collection hauls. Tons of stuff on this channel that if you love 4Ks, if you love Blu-rays, if you love physical media, if you like that kind of stuff, you'll definitely want to hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to like this video, guys, and comment down below of everything that we cover here today, guys. Everything. Let me know what you're the most excited about. A lot of new rumors and announcements that we're going to be talking about heading into the beginning of next year. We are almost done with 2021. The bright future of 2022 is right there upon us, and I am so excited to get into all this stuff with you guys. But before we get into it, guys, again, I know I just did the whole spiel and stuff. I want to acknowledge that, yes, I know this is the first video I've done since last Monday's Physical Media Report. I kind of fell under the weather a little bit last week. I fell pretty hard, to be quite honest, and I just couldn't muster up the strength to put out the steady stream of content that I'm mostly known for on this channel. So went a whole week, recovered somewhat. I'm still a little sick, but I wanted to get back in there again, of course, and do the Physical Media Report. This is the video that does the best on my channel. This is the one that everybody looks forward to. So I thought I would get back in there and do the Physical Media Report today. But like I said, I'm feeling better, and I feel like I'm going to be able to get some more content out this week. Maybe some live streams, some collection videos. I got a lot of stuff in my collection over the past month that I haven't really shown off. So I'm gonna be excited to get into that a little bit this week. But let's go ahead and jump right into things, guys, and talk about these rumors. There was a lot of really cool rumors that happened today in particular, but just over the weekend, over the past week, just a lot of cool stuff to talk about. We're going to talk about The Godfather 1 through 3, all three of the original Godfather films coming to 4K from Paramount in 2022. Now, this is coming from Dawn of the Discs on Instagram. So he posted this today. Now, this has been a rumor before, but yeah, this is officially supposed to happen in 2022, like actually going to happen. So I'm excited for Godfather 1 through 3 coming to 4K. I've only seen the first one, really loved the first one, but still have not got a chance to check out the second one or the third one, even though I did want to pick up that Coda edition that came out. But I'm excited for Godfather 1 through 3. These are classic films that deserve to be restored in the 4K format. So if you're excited for Godfather 1 through 3, let me know in the comment section below. I don't have a ton of details other than these are supposed to come out in 2022. Other than that, no other details other than Paramount's putting them out. 4K. This has been long rumored. This has been a long time coming. So definitely excited for these to come out in 4K. But let me know if you are in that comment section below. Let's talk about Heat, guys. Heat on 4K is another rumor that we talked about way early on in this year. I think we talked about in the same video that we talked about Speed coming to 4K, which Speed has already come out like 6 months ago, 7 months ago, and we all enjoyed that title. But Heat just kind of flew off of the schedule and just never came back. And that is probably like one of the most asked questions on this channel. When is Heat 4K coming? You talked about Heat 4K coming in August. It never came. You know, I have since retracted the Heat coming out so many times. I've since talked about Heat not coming to 4K so many times. I even went and bought the Blu-ray at Best Buy because I just kind of got tired of answering the question, just talking about Heat coming out in 4K and just wondering when it would finally come. So Heat on 4K, guys, is back on the table for 2022 thanks to this new deal, the new Regency deal with Disney that went through, I think, a week or so ago. But yeah, this means basically that Disney owns more of the Fox catalog titles, more of the catalog titles than they ever have before. Will any of them be coming to 4K? Who knows? But Heat, supposedly, because this deal was struck, it will now be coming to 4K sometime in 2022. Again, no official release date, so don't ask me that in the comments, but it is supposed to happen in 2022. So hopefully it'll happen sooner rather than later, because you have to think that since this has been on the schedule for so long, that most of the work has already been done. So Heat on 4K. I know it's a I'll believe it when I see it kind of situation still. This is still a rumor, but hopefully this actually will happen sometime in 2022. So I'm excited, definitely. This is one of the best action heist movies of all time. So 8 Mile on 4K was another one that was announced by Geek Gab last week, coming out in 2022 from Universal. So I remember seeing 8 Mile back when it came out. So I thought, it was okay. I was a pretty, big Eminem fan, I guess, in the early 2000s. I was like 16 when he was pretty popular. So I liked the movie. The movie was okay. Am I excited for it to come to 4K? To be honest, not really. I could think of like 1,000 other 4K titles that I would be more excited to come out. But sure, 8 Mile in 4K, I'll take it. Let's just hope we get Heat in 4K before we get 8 Mile in 4K. But the next one that we're going to talk about, guys, is Spider-Man No Way Home. This is the talk of the town. Every channel's talking about Spider-Man No Way Home, going to see it, spoiler reviews, all that stuff. I still haven't seen the movie. Like I said, we had tickets to go, me and my family. I got super sick last week. I could not make it out. They all went. They loved it. They came home. They made sure that I knew that they loved it. And I need to find a time to go see this movie, because I am just, my hype level is like up to here. I know everybody's saying this is like one of the best movies of all time. I'm sure it's not that great. Maybe it is. Who knows? I haven't seen it. But I'm super excited to go see this at some point. But if you're excited about owning this in your physical media collection, if you were one of the millions of people that went to go see it this weekend, because this movie made so much money this past weekend, then I'm sure you're going to be excited to own this in your physical media collection. So No Way Home 4K plus the Steelbook, the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook. The designs for these have been shown. They're up on Bluray.com. No official release date on Bluray.com, but apparently this will be coming out with a tentative release date of March the 15th of 2022 from Sony. So not too long that you're going to have to wait for this, about 3 months, which is the standard time frame, 2 to 3 months. Again, guys, I'm so excited to see it. I'm not going to wait till the physical media comes out. I know I say that sometimes with some Marvel properties. I am going to find a time to go see this movie. And when I do finally see it, you will know what I think of the movie. So Spider-Man No Way Home, guys, tentative release date of March 15, 2022. Are you excited? You have to be. Everybody loves this movie. Let me know in that comment section below. And Kanto, the 4K Steelbook. We talked about the 4K coming out for this one, but the 4K Steelbook has a design that was released on Geek Gab's Instagram. He showed this one off as well. So this should be coming out from Disney on February the 8th of 2022. So I haven't seen it. Kanto, supposedly it's supposed to be coming out on Christmas Day on Disney Plus. So maybe I'll get to watch it then. It's a new Disney animated movie, so I'm sure it'd be fun to watch with the family on Christmas Day. It's a nice thing Disney doing, putting that out there. So, but if you want the physical media release, you're gonna have to wait till February for that one. We also got the Dark Knight Trilogy, the 4K Steelbooks of those coming out from Warner Brothers on March of 2022. Again, this is a rumor, but these are 3 new Steelbook designs for the Dark Knight Trilogy that will be coming out in March, which, you have to think is aligned, around the same time that the new Batman movie is coming out. So that's why they're doing this. These Steelbooks to me, doesn't look like anything that I haven't seen before. I prefer the Lionsgate Steelbook design that we've seen before for the Dark Knight. So hopefully we still get that. But these just look like, the standard poster artwork Steelbooks that they're going to be re-releasing. They honestly they don't look like anything new. They look like Steelbooks I've seen in FYE before, with just the same old poster designs for these. But again, it's cool to always have new Steelbooks if you're a collector, if you like DC, collecting DC stuff. I mean, I'm sure you're excited for them. So yeah, Dark Knight Trilogy 4K Steelbooks coming out sometime in March of 2022. So getting into the final 2 rumors. Now, these were both just broke today on Geek Gab's Instagram. So West Side Story, the original 1961 version, is coming to 4K, apparently rumored in 2022. Now, this makes a lot of sense as well. I imagine they're going to time this with the release of West Side Story, the one that just came out. That'll probably be coming to 4K. This will probably be coming to 4K around the same time. They'll probably do some kind of double pack, Steelbook double pack thing. Exclusives, I'm sure, for all of these releases. I'm kind of surprised at this one. I could have sworn that West Side Story had already gotten a 4K release or announcement or something, but I guess not, because it seems like a fresh new announcement. So yeah, West Side Story, 1961, coming to 4K, 2022. Again, makes a lot of sense when you align it with the new remake that came out from Steven Spielberg, which a lot of people are saying that that's a great movie also. I'm so behind on movies. I need to see all these movies. Ghostbusters, the Ultimate 4K Collection was another one that just broke right before I got on here to film this video. So this is going to be coming out from Sony on February the 1st of 2022. So we've already talked about Ghostbusters Afterlife coming to 4K and Blu-ray and all that stuff. Of course it is. It's a new movie. But this new Ghostbusters Ultimate 4K Collection, I don't really know details about it other than the collector set itself is like the Ghost Trap. And then I saw like there was 8 discs there, and then there were some Steelbooks, what it looked like 1 and 2. What I'm unclear on, I'm sure Afterlife is included in this collection, but what I'm unclear on is Ghostbusters 2016 also going to be included in this collection? And is this a full-on Steelbook collection, which I imagine it is. If it's got that big Ghost Trap, they'll probably just find a way to fit all the Steelbooks in there. But anyway, it's a very rough design. This is something that just came out there. So I thought, you know, we'd talk about it. Again, not officially announced yet, but apparently the Ghostbusters Ultimate 4K Collection is coming out from Sony on February the 1st of 2022. So will you be double dipping and picking up all the Ghostbuster movies on 4K if you already own them? Let me know in that comment section below. So let's move on to the news and announcements. We had tons of rumors to talk about. We got even more announcements. A lot of stuff broke. We've got all these boutique labels coming out with their March announcements, just tons of stuff. But the first thing we're going to talk about is Shooter on 4K, which we've already talked about as a rumor. This is going to be getting a Steelbook from Paramount on March the 15th of 2022. Again, we already talked about this coming to 4K, I think a couple of weeks ago. I think I did that on my live physical media report. But apparently the 4K Steelbook is now up on Bluray.com. Now, I don't know if it's just going to be getting a Steelbook and then maybe it'll get a slipcover later on down the line, kind of like they did with The Last Action Hero and Gattaca, or if both of these are going to be coming out on the same date and they're just now showing the Steelbook design first. Not exactly sure. But yeah, Shooter 4K is coming out on March the 15th of 2022, according to Bluray.com, the Steelbook version of it. So no word of the slipcover as of right now. So Sonic Bonus Stage Edition 4K Steelbook. If we didn't already have enough Sonic 4K edition, I don't know who was calling for another 4K Steelbook of Sonic, honestly. But this is supposed to be coming out on March the 15th of 2022. It's a big like bonus stage edition 4K Steelbook. I guess supposed to be coming out in line with the new Sonic movie. I guess that's coming out in March of 2022. I haven't really heard much. I know there's like a new trailer or whatever, but yeah, a new Sonic Steelbook coming out when Sonic 2 comes out. I guess it makes sense. But again, I was just like, it looks like the same one that we already got. Like, who is wanting this stuff? But I guess I got to capitalize on the new movies. It'll probably have some Sonic 2 bucks on it or something like that. Who knows? But Eternals 4K was just announced as well this past week. And we already talked about this in the rumors. This is a no-brainer. It's a Marvel movie. Of course, it's going to be coming out on all the formats. But again, we got images for the 4K. We got images for the Blu-ray, the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook, and also the Target exclusive. And for my money, that Target exclusive probably looks the best to me out of all these, and I've seen a lot of people post that as well and talk about how that one was probably the preferred version. But yeah, all of them I honestly look pretty good. I like the covers for all of these, but if I'm gonna get one, if I'm gonna actually purchase one, which I might if I like the movie enough and I watch it on Disney Plus in January, because I haven't seen it yet, I will grab one of these releases, and it'll probably be that Target edition because I like grabbing the Target editions anyway. So let's move on to the March Arrow video releases, because we actually got some really cool stuff to talk about, but also some nitpicks in there as well. So RoboCop, which was previously released on Blu-ray from Arrow Video, will be coming to 4K and will also be getting a Steelbook from Arrow Video on March the 29th of 2022. So my nitpick, and it's going to start right here and it's going to continue on with some of these other releases. So this is the exact same cover, and it's like, I'm not saying they have to redo all the covers, but if you're going to do a big 4K release of something like RoboCop, I expect something different. This is the same design that it's had by this time that it comes out. I think this came out in December of 2019, so this will already be like 2.5 years removed of that previous Blu-ray release. I would just like something different, just a little bit extra, something, just a different cover art or something, because the Steelbook is the exact same Steelbook that was released on Blu-ray. So Yes, it's a nitpick. I'm happy it's coming to 4K because I never picked up the Blu-ray, so this will be awesome for me to get for the first time. But again, I would just like something a little bit different, something that just makes it feel a little bit more special when it comes out, especially for those that already got the Blu-ray. And I know you're getting the upgrade with the 4K, but it just, you know, as a collector, you want that extra special packaging with these releases. So moving on to the next one, on March the 15th of 2022 will be the American Werewolf in London 4K, which is the exact same cover as the previous release. Again, another nitpick, but the one thing I'll say about this is you're getting a Zabi exclusive hand statue edition with this, which was not previously released. So this is something that's brand new for this 4K restoration of the American Werewolf in London set. So that's pretty cool. You're also getting Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, the movie from 1994, directed by Kenneth Branagh, starring Robert De Niro. This is going to be coming out in 4K and also getting a Steelbook as well on March the 29th, 21. I know a lot of people are excited about this. I feel like I've seen this movie before, but it's been a very long time. I don't know if this would be like my first pick for something to come out from Arrow Video. It seems like a very odd choice. But you know what? I'm excited for it. I'm excited to watch this movie again, or maybe for the first time again. I feel like I've seen bits and pieces of it. I just haven't seen it in its entirety. So, again, like March is a huge month. These are 4K releases. One of these is brand new, coming to Arrow Video, and the other two were previous release on Blu-ray now to 4K, but still a big month for Arrow Video for March coming out. We also got To Sleep So As to Dream coming out on March the 28th of 21, and Come Drink With Me will be coming out on March the 22nd, 21. So some of these will be UK releases and Canadian releases and US, but they're all released in the US as well. So you don't always get that with these Arrow Video releases from month to month. So let's go into the March Criterions, and this is where we get pretty interesting as well, because we had two new 4Ks coming to Criterion in March of 2022, including The Last Waltz, which is a Martin Scorsese film, coming out on 4K and Blu-ray. So this one right here, unlike the one that we're going to talk about here in a second, is getting a 4K release, and it's also getting a Blu-ray release, and this will be coming out on March the 29th. So March 29th is going to be a big day for boutique collector sets with this and all the Arrow stuff. So the next one that we're going to talk about that I'm actually pretty excited about too is The Flight of the Phoenix, and I'm familiar with the remake with, I think, Dennis Quaid was in that one. It came out in like the early 2000s, but this is the one from 1965, and this will be coming out on March the 22nd. So this has some really cool cover art on it, just some really flashy, cool Criterion cover art. So I'm definitely looking forward to potentially picking this one up when it comes out. The other 4K title that we're going to talk about is Le Cercle Rogue, which is a French drama thriller from 1970, coming out on 4K on March the 15th. So this is another one that has a really cool cover to it. I've never heard of this movie before, but if Criterion thinks it has earned a 4K transfer, then who am I to not trust them? So have you heard of this movie, Le Cercle Rogue? Let me know in that comment section below, and let me know if you're going to be picking this one up as well. We also got Adoption coming out on March the 8th, and we got Love Jones coming out on March the 29th. Really like that cover artwork on Love Jones for March the 29th. So some really cool titles here, guys. We got those two 4Ks. You got Flight of the Phoenix. So Criterion looks to be really ramping up in 2022, because I really like the announcements of last month for February. Miller's Crossing, I thought was a really cool release to come out. So yeah, Criterion is hitting hard at the beginning of 2022, and I'm excited. I'm here for it. March, guys, March for Shout Factory, Scream Factory. We also got some other really cool titles coming out. We got The Sword and the Sorcerer from 1982 coming to 4K on March the 15th of 2022. Never heard of this movie. Again, I know a lot of people are probably bashing me over the head with their Sword and Sorcerer Blu-ray Steelbooks or whatever collector's editions they have of that movie already at home before this 4K set. But I've never seen this movie before, so this will be a first-time watch for me when I pick this up. Now, I do want to commit to picking up all of the new 4K Shout Factory, Scream Factory transfers that do come out. So we also got Nightmare from 1964 coming out. Really cool cover art on this one on March the 15th of 2022. And we have The Core from 2003 coming out on March the 22nd of 2022. And this is another one that just kind of baffles me. I saw The Core in theaters in 2003. I think I was a junior or a senior in high school. It's like a very mediocre, like that Roland Emmerich era of disaster movie, like post Independence Day, post like the time when they were actually good, like in the mid 90s. I don't know. This movie was extremely boring to me. This doesn't seem like a very inspired choice for a Shout Factory Blu-ray release, but I don't know. I guess I think there were people that were excited for this. Again, let me know in that comment section below. Are you excited for the core? It's got Hilary Swank in it. It's got some other people. It's got the kid from Road Trip and the new guy, I think. I forget his name. I just remember that he was in it. Who else is in this movie? Aaron Eckhart's in this movie. Again, just a very odd choice for me. For my money, I don't think I'm going to be picking this one up. But sure, if you're excited for the core, if you're excited for this mediocre disaster film of the early 2000s, let me know in the comment section below. We also have the Pink Floyd Pulse, which is a 2-disc Blu-ray concert set coming out on February the 18th of 2022. A really cool looking set. You don't really see a lot of these like concert sets and stuff coming out, so definitely a cool addition to anybody's Blu-ray collection, especially if you're a big Pink Floyd fan. We also have the Addams Family 2, the animated release from Sony, coming out on Blu-ray on January the 18th of 2022. I don't know if I really like the green coloring. I don't think that fits with the Addams Family at all, to be honest. These movies are just looking more and more like Hotel Transylvania to me, and it's like, you're the Addams Family, like why do you have to be riding off of other like animated series coattails? It's like, do something. I didn't like that first Addams Family animated movie. That was very disappointing, taking my family to see that. So I doubt I'll see the second one. But again, if you're a big Addams Family fan, you want something for your kids to watch, maybe this one is a better movie. So let's get into the deals, guys. Not a ton of deals. Like, all the big deals are mostly over. We are heading into Christmas, so most everybody's bought their Christmas presents. But there are some decent deals going on right now. We do have Who Framed Roger Rabbit on 4K for $15.91. But when you get on Amazon, this one, I still have not picked this up. Like I said, I've just been so busy with work and then getting sick, and this is like one of my most anticipated titles of the entire year, and I still haven't picked this up. I don't know what's wrong with me. Hopefully when I go into stores this week, I'll be able to find this. But $15.91 on Amazon, it says it's sold out. I'm tempted to almost just go ahead and order it, and I'll get it when I get it, whenever it comes back into stock, because $15.91 is a really good price for a new 4K release. But again, if you're looking to get this on Amazon right now for this price, it's not on there currently. It's temporarily out of stock. So we also have the Columbia Classics Volume 2 4K set for $99.17. We have the Lord of the Rings 4K, just the original trilogy, for $54.26. And Glorious Bastards on 4K, guys, is $9.99 right now. So that is a good deal for a new 4K release. We also got the Matrix 4K trilogy for $39.99. Of course, you know, in line with the new release coming out this weekend. We got the Lord of the Rings Hobbit 4K box set for $169.99. That big Middle Earth collector set that was like $300 2 months ago is now almost 50% off. See, that's why you wait, guys, sometimes for these releases. Shang-Chi on Blu-ray for $19.99. We got Forrest Gump on 4K for $9.99. We got the Wolf of Wall Street 4K Steelbook is $22.99. I think that was $27.99 last week when we talked about it. We also got the Bourne 4K set for $29.99 and the Suicide Squad on 4K for $19.99 and the Blu-ray for $14.99. So good deal on that recent release as well. So let's get into what is new this week, guys, because there is not that much coming out this week to really get excited about, which I've missed like the last 3 weeks of going out in stores and hunting for stuff. So if I actually do get to go out this week, I'll be like looking at stuff that came out like 4 weeks ago. So it's kind of nice that we're taking a little bit of a week off, because there's not a ton, if anything, that I even want this week, which is definitely not the most exciting, but it also just, it makes you feel a little bit relieved, especially we're going into Christmas. I know I'm going to be getting some gifts and stuff like that. I don't really need to be buying stuff right now. Like I said, I got a ton of stuff to show off to you guys that I've gotten recently. I don't need to buy anything else. But the big release coming out this week, guys, especially if you're a James Bond fan, if you're a Daniel Craig James Bond fan, 007 No Time to Die has come out from Universal, and we have got six editions to talk about here, guys. We got the 4K for $26.99, which is not a bad price for a new 4K on one of these new studio movies. We also got the Blu-ray for $24.96. We got the Amazon limited edition 4K set, which was going for $200, but apparently now it's out of stock because it's like a limited edition, limited to like 700 or 800 copies. Now, there were quite a few unboxings that I saw on YouTube of this. The only question that I have, if you're going to put something out like this, like an Amazon exclusive, like it has a limited number of copies, why are you sending these to influencers? I don't get the logic in that, because if you can't buy this in mass, like if it's going to sell out this quickly, what's the point of having an influencer unbox it for somebody just for it to be out of stock? It makes absolutely no sense to me. I'm happy for everybody that got this really cool release with like a car and all these posters and stuff, but I just don't get like why, as a company, as Universal, why would you send a bunch of copies of this stuff off if it's limited to people to show off just so nobody can buy it? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me anyway. That's just a small rant that I have that I wanted to get out there. The Best Buy 4K Steelbook, which I'm sure won't be in stores because it's a new Steelbook at Best Buy. Why would it be? That is $34.99. We also got the Target Bluray for $26.99, and there's a Walmart Blu-ray exclusive as well. Walmart's getting the exclusive with a villain mask keychain. The villain from the movie, his mask is in a keychain. That is $26.99. I'm sure I'll go into Walmart and they'll have like 6 DVD copies and 1 Blu-ray that doesn't have a slipcover. I'm sure it'll be something like that, but maybe they'll have some exclusives. Who knows? So maybe I won't even go to stores this week. I don't know what's going to happen to me this week. But The Many Saints of Newark is coming out from Warner Brothers on 4K for $23.49, which is really a good price for a new 4K. I'm liking these prices for these new 4Ks. Very reasonably priced new 4Ks. We also got the Blu-ray for $19.96. We got the Vampire Lovers coming out from Scream Factory for $26.99. I know there's some issues with like some scenes missing or something from this release. You're gonna have to look a little bit further into that. I didn't look deep enough. I just kind of saw that in passing as I was scrolling through Instagram this weekend. We also got the Resident Evil Infinite Darkness Season 1 on Blu-ray from Sony for $17.96. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the animated series that was on Netflix, I think, earlier this year. We also got the Sherlock Holmes 4-movie collection, 1931 through 1937. This is from the film Detective for $36.49. We also got No Way to Treat a Lady from Shout Factory for $22.99. We got Lady in a Cage from Shout for $22.99. We got a new MVD Rewind release of Final Justice for $19.99. We got the Blue Bayou coming out from Universal for $24.49. We got a new Bruce Willis film, guys. Of course, it's Tuesday. We got to have a new Bruce Willis movie to talk about. It's Fortress with him and Chad Michael Murray. Chad Michael Murray doesn't really get the criticism that Bruce Willis does, but I feel like he's in every single one of these movies with Bruce Willis. So I don't know if he's like contracted to do that or what. But this is from Lionsgate for $17.59. I'm sure we'll see this in Best Buy, Walmart, all those places. And then we got Hell Hath No Fury from Wellgo for $14.96. So like I said, not the most exciting release week, but to be honest, like it's still pretty cool that we're in the third week of December. If you remember last year during December, we were not getting anything like all month long. So to actually have like 2 big titles coming out this week with tons of exclusives like No Time to Die and Many Saints of Newark, it's actually pretty good. So something to look forward to in stores tomorrow if you're wanting to go out there and pick up the new James Bond. Hopefully you didn't want to get that Amazon 4K set with the car and stuff because it's sold out. Again, why would you make a bunch of those anyway? It just doesn't make any sense. But all right, guys, I appreciate you watching this week's edition of the Physical Media Report. Had a lot of stuff to get out there, get off my chest. It's going to be a little bit of a longer video, so I do hope to put out some more stuff this week. Like I said, I'm feeling a little bit better, like I can make some more content for you guys, and I want to do that because I've really been slacking this past couple weeks. So appreciate you guys watching. Please like, comment down below everything that you're excited about. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications for all of those future videos, and we'll see you next time.